cool. Let's go ahead and I'll share my screen and we'll go ahead and get started, I guess. First one I've got here is Janelle's. Get it up.
Oh, pretty.
Pretty. Tell us about it.
Oh, it's just a project that I thought I would do for Thanksgiving, and I've had it for a while, and I finally kind of put it together this year, and finally finished it. And I started around Thanksgiving, and it's after Thanksgiving now, and I've got it finished, so it's ready for next year. It's just one of those little projects that wanted to do for my house.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So are the little strips on there, are they applique down or pieced, or how are they done?
It is applique.
It's applique.
It was very interesting to do. I've not done anything quite like this, and doing the blanket stitch edge on it was real interesting.
Mm.
And what can you tell us about doing blanket stitch? Was it fun? Was
it
annoying?
Annoying.
Okay.
Did you do it by machine?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a little wool piece that I bought last year at Houston, and I've been working on it. And actually, it's kind of boring because all you're doing is that blanket stitch over and over again by hand. And it's like, I don't get this. So I'm going to try to get it finished as quickly as I can so I can move on.
It is a laundry basket pattern, and that was in my magazine. So since I got it through the magazine, I decided to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the blues in it. I think that's really interesting. All the blues.
It was very interesting to do. Yes. It's very interesting to do.
Yeah, I like too the stripes that you have in here and how you continue. We're able to continue those.
Thank you.
Across.
I thought some of the fabrics in it were it was very how shall I say, hodgepodge. And I'm putting it together kind of to kind of get the feel of the original, and the picture was what I was aiming for.
Yeah, it's very cool. Okay, next is Linda. Welcome, Linda. We're glad you're with us tonight.
Well, this is called the Galaxy of Stars, and I gave it away the Friday after Thanksgiving to a veteran, and I finished it like the first week of COVID, and it's been sitting in my house waiting to be given.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and he was a Vietnam veteran, and he flew 129 missions.
Wow.
So I kind of felt like he deserved a quilt.
I think
It's
so.
a wonderful quilt. That's just great. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Anne was so nice. I mean, she sent me over all kinds of stuff because she knew that it was just going to be so hard with COVID, to get to the house and everything else. So she just sent me over all the stuff, and I just went for it.
Good.
So nice.
I
like the way you did the corners.
Well, that's all part of the pattern. This is a wonderful pattern because it's sort of like a mystery quilt. You do all these little things, and then when you put it together, you say, aha, a star. So
Yeah, they look kind of woven.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
They're beautiful.
That's a great pattern.
Okay.
I love that pattern.
Let's see if we can go to the next one. No, it's not gonna let me.
Is that Barb? Hey, Barb.
Yeah, and I just sent you something, Francis.
Okay, we'll look for that in just a second. Hang on just a second. Why am I not coming up here? Come on, where are you? There you are.
That's pretty.
Oh, nice.
That has quite a story to it. It's not the one in the front, the one in the back.
Oops.
But I kept saying I was going to put a white spread on my bed, and then I was just going to start throwing quilts on it. So Trinidad and I were up in Wisconsin. We found this material that is very homey. I mean, it's got little hearts and houses and everything else in it. And and then the pattern. And the pattern is one that I had never heard of. And both of the quilts that I sent to Francis are made from the same patterns. So this AOK patterns. Have you ever heard of them? There are 5 yard pattern, and they have a recipe. 1 large print, 1 medium print, and then a small dark, medium, and light. And they just work out. I mean, this is probably the first quilt I've ever made where I did not have to trim the blocks. It just came out so perfect.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Hey, Barbara, you need to send it to me again. You didn't put the attachment on it.
It's a new phone, and
Yeah.
I tried to text it to you. Did you get that?
Let me look. No. Can you try emailing it again? I got your email. I just didn't get an attachment on it.
Well, it was supposed to be.
I
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
So Barbara, this is the, I'm sorry, Linda, this is the other. There we go.
Yeah, that one shows that material. It's so pretty. Just found it in a little shop in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
What's the pattern in the widest squares?
What's the pattern?
Yeah.
It's just basically one block.
It's got houses.
Around it.
Oh, okay.
It's got little houses and hearts and things printed.
Birds and everything else in it. It's just a really pretty, pretty piece that I picked up in this one little shop.
You better.
And was it in those 8-inch squares or whatever? Because it looks like.
I had to cut them out. I had to fussy cut them.
Wow. Well, they couldn't have gotten any better. They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun. It was fun. You know, as I said, it was one of the most successful quilts I've ever done because I didn't have to do any cutting down.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
And then this is from the same pattern, people, except it's called an Irish thing. And again, it's just the 5 yards, and then they just have you keep, putting little strips together to make the thing. And it's fun. I love the idea that you can go into a quilt shop. You can say, ooh, I really like that material. What should I make with it? Well, I'll get 1 large, 1 medium, and a medium dark, medium, and light. And they just make the quilt from it.
Yeah, that's great. Very fun.
So they've been fun. That's supposed to be my Christmas quilt, but
I'd use it for
Oh,
more than just Christmas.
beautiful.
Okay. Linda Murray, tell us about your pretty.
Oh, the cardinal.
It is
Oh,
collage quilter, and it is like all collage pieces of fabric, little bitty pieces that you put together. None are any bigger than the palm of your hand, but a lot smaller than that. And it's just, it was a class that Emily Taylor did, and it was fun to do. So once you got over the intimidation of figuring out where to put this stuff.
So pretty.
That background
Beautiful.
fabric is just perfect.
Yeah, I found that gold swirl at Joann's, and I thought, well, that's just exactly what I need. So, but I have plans to do another bird, so we'll see if it comes to fruition or not.
Did
Oh, I
you use
love-
your own fabric or did you buy the kit?
I bought the kit from her. A lot of people that did it use their own fabric, so you didn't have to. But yeah, it's she sent an assortment of greens and browns and reds, and that was, how do you put polka dots in here, and how do you put plaid in a bird, and so
Yeah, it looks
But it
great.
worked.
You did well.
think. So yeah, I'm
Beautiful.
pleased with it.
Absolutely perfect winter bird.
Mhm. I like the frame too. It just sets it all off perfectly.
It does.
Yeah, that was a Goodwill find.
Good for you.
Very nice. So when are you starting on your bigger bird?
Well, I had lunch with Denise today and I raided her stash of batiks.
There you go.
So we're on the way, slowly but surely.
So what are you gonna make with boutiques?
Another bird.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Hang on, let me unshare and you'll be able to see it better. Hold on just a second. All right, where are you? Come on. Okay, I'm not being able to unshare. Why is that?
Well,
Oh, well, anyway.
yeah. So like I said, it's in the plans. We'll see whether it happens or not.
Yeah.
We'll see you
Okay.
next week, right?
Pardon?
You'll have
Yeah,
it next.
we'll give her 2 weeks.
Maybe in 6 months, but
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, May, tell us about yours.
Okay, this is just the blocks. It's one of those Lo and Behold quilts. It's called Christmas Joy. I really wanted to do it in dark purple or teal batik, but Joann's just didn't have a whole lot of fabric. So that is all. I think it's 30 blocks for the queen size. And so now I'm working on, I've put 2 rows together so far with the sashing between them. And then they'll have cobblestones at the corners or whatever. But it's a queen size, so it's the biggest quilt I've ever made. So we'll see see if I get it done.
It's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
The color,
Beautiful.
the red really is pretty.
it's pretty.
Beautiful.
The pattern, the
Half
pattern
square.
is really good. You know, she tells you how to cut it so that you don't have to, you know, where you put the strips together and then cut the pieces out of the strip, so it already has some of the colors with it. That was easy. Now cutting 240 squares down from one size to another, that was not fun. But I figure when I get it done, it'll be worth it.
It'll all be perfect because you just cut them down to be the perfect size.
May
Yeah,
that-
because I cut them down, it stopped a lot of that twisting that fabric sometimes does. Like if you do a half square, like a triangle and a triangle stuck together, sometimes it'll twist and make it where it's not straight. And by cutting them down, it really stopped all that so that they're exactly the right size. You don't have to piece it all back together.
May, that's really beautiful. I also have that pattern, and
Uh-huh.
I made a smaller one, not queen size. And I've done 1 or 2 others of the Lo and Behold, and her instructions are very clear and concise
are.
and very organized, you know,
Right.
so you know exactly what you need to start with for your finished quilt, and you cut it out all in order and it goes together. So basically she breaks the quilt down into blocks, and you really feel like you're moving along in a nice.
The first part of it
rhythm.
was really fast. Like I said, when you put 2 white strips and a red strip, or 2 red strips and a white strip, and then just cut the pieces, it's so fast to cut the pieces out. But then, like I said, the 240 pieces was a lot, and I had to do it for the white ones and the red and white ones. So that's a lot.
It just has so much sparkle to it. It's a great Christmas quilt.
And like you were saying, it
Sorry.
goes fast. It goes fast, and she's very specific about how to do it and do it quickly. So
That's great. Cool.